Tasting like a boss, narcoleptic Chihuahua Productions. That'll do it.
Tasting like a boss. How you guys doing? Got Kylo of the Knights of Ren here. How you doing, baby boy? The other three Chihuahuas are wandering around right now, and it's very early in the morning. So it's not night. It's actually morning time. The sun could be peeking up at any moment over there. And today we're doing a two-way review. There's a reason. There's a reason. It's going to be in cold brew. It's going to be in nitro press. The flavor we are doing is Barney's Gingerbread Cookie. So I imagine Barney's is known to most of you. I think it's available throughout the country. Very successful brand, and it is a Florida company. In fact, it's made one exit away in Winter Park, Florida. The Winter Park shop there on Park Avenue is consistently like the best coffee in Winter Park, and it's just a really good product. So now, this particular flavor, gingerbread cookie, I've never had from Barney's, but I went back and checked out my reviews, and you guys know I do a lot of reviews of Bones Coffee Company, and they had Gingerbread Man. And I also do some Starbucks reviews, and they had gingerbread as well. And I did, I think, three-way reviews in both of those. It's before we had the nitro press, so we didn't do four-way reviews at that point. I will tell you that the Bones Gingerbread Man, I don't know if they even make it anymore. I was not a fan. The flavor was just so weak. It just didn't make sense. Starbucks was better. Indeed, it was indeed better, but it still wasn't, massively full of flavor. This one here, why it's being done as a two-way review is because Boss of Boss, my wife, she bought this and she's tasted it already in drip. And she told me to leave it alone and it's hers. So my compromise situation is, okay, that I won't make drip to review and I won't do espresso, but I'm gonna do it in cold brew and nitro press. And she didn't say no, so I'm gonna take that as acquiescence to my suggestion. But I also have to get this back in there because if she goes to make coffee this morning and doesn't have it, she's gonna kill me. And we have something cool to do. We're going out to Tampa because youngest daughter of Boss has a film that's being shown at a film festival. Very proud of her. So that's it. So you can check out the little image there. Very nice. Cinnamon, clove, and cookie. Let's give it a little smell. Has a good scent to it. Doesn't really smell like gingerbread. And I did kind of cheat, guys, and then I've tasted the drip out of my wife's cup. She had put some little sweetener and creamer in it, and I remember tasting a little bit like a warm gingerbread, but not very spicy gingerbread, and thinking it was good. So I can tell you, as far as the drip goes, especially if you sweeten your coffees, you're gonna like it. So there you go. Sorry, there was a little bit of a cheat there. All right, so we're gonna be doing it in the cold brew. Got it in the Wally World cup. And of course, we're going to be doing it in the nitro press. And Kylo is definitely already given up on this review. It's too early for him. So let's get down to the tasting. Tasting like a boss, cold brew. No scent on the cold brew, not atypical. Tasting like a boss. Okay, well, I will say this. This has more gingerbread flavor than definitely the Bones Gingerbread Man, which again, I don't think they're making anymore. Maybe they're gonna recalibrate it because it didn't taste like gingerbread. This tastes more like gingerbread cookie than Starbucks, but it lacks the spicy kind of taste I felt in the back of my throat with a Starbucks. I wish it did have that because I like that, but I don't know if others like that as much as I do. I mean, I like spicy things. It was never massively spicy, right? But you felt a little tingle of that little ginger spice. Here, it's more cinnamon and clove forward. And you know what? It's really good, but it even says here, cinnamon, clove, and cookie. Yeah, so I mean, I think that's the difference. It's like, well, where's that bite? Where's that bite? I typically do it in a really good ginger cookie. So I give it a thumbs up on the cold brew. But its flavor is still kind of slight. So will it suffer going into nitro press? Well, let's see. Let's give this a dispensing. Dispensing like a boss. A little 42 in the front there. The answer to life, the universe, and everything, guys. Boom. Always love that. It's worth it right there, right? Well, the device is expensive. But hey, I did see, just as we wait for this to diffuse a little bit, I did see somewhere on the internet that there's some sort of contest going on for people who want to win a free nitro press. So I don't know what that's all about. Maybe I'll look more into it, but for those of you who'd like to get one of these, apparently there's a contest to give one away. So if you're able to find that, and if you can give me details on it, let me know. Otherwise, I'll look myself and try to share it with you later on if I can. But yeah, it's a really cool product, and I love the fact it doesn't use cartridges. So yeah, that's been a really good one for the year. All right, let's go back to the tasting of the cold brew again to remind ourselves of what it tastes like before we move to the tasting of the nitro press. Again, I think it probably succeeds more than the other two in the taste of the gingerbread cookie. Again, the only thing that goes away from it is the spice, but we're not dealing with a massively flavored cold brew. But you know what it is. I mean, there's no doubt you know what it is. Well, let's move to the nitro press, and it's diffused a bit. Little side-by-side comparison. Tasting like a boss. It's nice. Here is, given enough of these experiments and reviews, I've come to realize, and I think I've said this before, that the nitro press really excels in cold brews that have substantial flavor, because you still get the flavor, but you also get the creaminess. Where it fails is that when you are taking a coffee that has such a slight flavor or lower end flavors, you're going to dampen that flavor a bit in return for the creaminess. So what do I feel like here? Well, I feel that if I'm really trying to get a good appreciation of this cold brew, I'm probably going to stick with the gingerbread cookie. Otherwise, what I'm doing is I'm tasting a creamier version of but with the same flavor as the Starbucks coffee. So that's your weight. If you like the gingerbread Starbucks coffee and you want to use a nitro press, guaranteed you're going to be losing almost all that flavor and you're going to feel kind of upset. So if you want that same flavor but with the creaminess, I would suggest going with the Barnie's gingerbread cookie. Boom. Getting that. And by the way, no offense to Starbucks, Barney's is cheaper than Starbucks. Get this, and then use the nitro press. If you're just going right for the cold brew, well, it's up to you. If you already like the flavor of the Starbucks, stick with it. If you want a little more flavor on that cold brew, go with the Barney. So that's my little review. So wish us luck as we go to this film festival. Until next time, people, keep tasting like a boss. Thanks so much. And that's Boss the Boss trying to get the, here you go. Got busted. All right, love you guys. Talk to you later. Keep tasting like a boss. Thanks so much.